in a painted cup, I will pour my love from a cloud above, so bright I can see the lights taking you up and above.
So hi everyone, I hope you're all okay today. I am back in business. I lost my micro SD, so this vlogging camera that I have has the tiniest memory card, like that big. It's so small, and then when I'm taking files off my camera to put it into my MacBook, I have an adapter, so it goes in the adapter. Anyway, the other day, I don't know how it happened exactly. Well, I mean, it's likely that it happened. Basically, there's this thing, maybe your kids do it too, called spelling frame. And it's like where the teachers will put the spellings for that week online onto this website. All the kids have a login. One sec, I'm just going to go and put these over here and back. But yeah, the kids all have their own little login, and they'll do it every week. But they've been really enjoying the whole process of it. They can access it on their tablets, but their favourite thing to do is use my MacBook, because I think it's a bit easier to do. And I'm pretty sure I left the adapter for my little SD card on top of my laptop when I finished last week, and I think at some point when someone's grabbed it, it's fallen on the floor. Stan found the adapter on the floor, but I think the little mini memory card has fallen out of it. I have checked everywhere, I cannot find it, and it's been so frustrating because I've wanted to try and vlog different things. I got my hair done yesterday, it's looking, I mean, I've slept on it now and I haven't really done anything to it this morning, so don't judge off this alone. But yeah, it got really red after holiday. My hair, it's funny because my natural tone is quite an ashy brown, but when I got colour on it, it will always throw really warm. And after having it done in July, obviously, we had the summer, went away on holiday, I've been in the sea, I've been in chlorine and all of that, and it was so warm tone, and I didn't actually realise how warm it was until I did a before and after. It was mad. So now it's more of a neutral chocolatey brown, which I just feel suits me a little bit better. However, it's pulling a bit darker tomorrow, not tomorrow. However, it is a little bit darker than what it will end up like, because I have a demi-gloss, and normally the first couple of times I wash it after having it done, it will come out in the shower and it will lighten up a little bit, which is what I like. But I'm not doing that until probably tomorrow, because I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. But today is really boring, and I wanted to film yesterday and I couldn't do it. I thought it would be more fun to film out and about and do something fun and a bit different, whereas today I've got work to do. I've got to film a piece of brand content, I've got to edit my content that I filmed yesterday that's just my content. But obviously it's weird really, because I would say 90%, if not more some months, sometimes a bit less, of my work is not paid. But it's all the stuff that I know people enjoy, and it's all the stuff that I guess is why I have a following in the first place. So I always want to make sure that I keep on top of that, and I'm making as much as I can. But then the brand stuff, obviously I always have to prioritize that, because that's how I pay my bills. But I've been filming so many little bits and bobs, and I really need to catch up with editing. So brand work, general editing. I've got to film an intro for the grocery haul for this week, because I didn't have time on the day. And yeah, that's kind of it. And then once I've done that, I would love to be able to give downstairs a quick clean before I go and get the kids. Say if I get to 2:30 or something and just whiz and do it all, because it's just how I love to get it done. My challenge when the kids are at school is to try and do as much as I physically can, whether that be work or just jobs, admin, life stuff, anything, just so I can be as present as possible once they're home. 9 times out of 10 doesn't really work out like that. I was editing last night on my bed at 6 o'clock at night. But you just sort of I just, when you've got a bit of time, you just do what you can. But the school day feels so short. It is so short. The days that I do get a little bit more extra time, even if it's just 4 o'clock, 4:30, it feels so different. Whereas 9 till 3 essentially, sort of a little bit either side, it just feels like it goes like that, which all this chatting is probably not helping. But yeah, I went to Aldi because I needed some bits for said brand work that I need to film, because it's food related, and I thought I would show you the fun bits. It's so nice because I feel like I've watched online content for years, and I've always felt like in the US they do things a lot better in terms of like seasonal stuff. Like everybody always gets excited about like Trader Joe's like seasonal drops and stuff. Like I've never been. I would love to go to Trader Joe's. I think that would be so much fun for someone like me. But it's nice when like the supermarkets here like do that for us and make an effort. I really appreciate it, because any opportunity for me as a mum to make something more magical, like hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I saw these. I've had the other ones, which are the peanut butter bats that they do, but these look even more fun. Hideous haunted hoops with a fly on. Get a fly. They're a source of fibre, and there's 9 servings apparently, but they have like little, like, I'm guessing they're like cookies and cream sort of vibe, chocolate hoops, and then orange bowls. And yeah, I just think how fun to have that. Do you know what I mean? It just makes things a little bit more like, you know, it's like an easy win. That's the thing. I am getting to this point as my kids are getting older. I was looking at Daisy last night, and she's in year 5 now. I know, I can't believe that either. And she's chatting away to me, and she just looks so much older, and she's starting to get that like legginess, and like she's, you know, she's not looking like his little girl anymore. She's like really starting to grow up, and she's got preferences, you know, white fox this and kind of still your perfume that, and like, you know, clear mascara, can I have a clear mascara, all of this. And it just struck me that I've only got like 2 years left before I sort of have to let her go to high school. And because I've already done that with Bill, and I've really understood the changes that come along with that, which, by the way, I don't mean to frighten anyone that's got like younger kids. It's not this like doom and gloom shit thing. Like, I feel like sometimes being a mum of like teenagers or older kids, like being a middle mum, gets such a bad rap. Like it's just not as nice because they're not little and cute and cuddly or whatever. I mean, I still find all of them cute. But it's not as cuddly now in some senses. Like I still get like piled on every night for hugs under a blanket and chats and this, that and the other. But what you do get with it is a real sense of relationship that comes from your personalities, and it's so nice to be able to share things with them. Like I watched like Wednesday with Bill. Me and Daisy both have Labubu's. We've been watching Traitors, the celebrity Traitors. Daisy and Stan are obsessed with Traitors. And, you know, there's things that we can do together now as a family that we've never been really able to do before. And I really appreciate that. I love hearing about their minds, and I love seeing the sort of people that they've become. Like last night we were in the shops, and we were just walking around. I needed some fabric softener, and a lady walked past us, and she had a 6-pack of those, you know, those Benacol yogurt drinks. And she'd obviously come in the shop, which I do a lot. You know, when you go in for one thing and then you see a few things that you fancy and you end up carrying it all, but you're always thinking as you go around, I wish I'd got a basket, but I only came in for one thing. Anyway, she dropped this pack of Benacol, and they rolled out of the cardboard packaging everywhere, and straight away Stan ran to start picking them up. And she was like, oh, I've done that silly thing where I should have got a basket and I only came in for one thing, you know what it's like. And I was like, literally happens to me all the time, don't worry about it. And Stan was like, I'll get one. And he ran and got her a basket and like gave it to her and helped her pick things up. And it was just like, you know, in that moment, I was just so proud of him, because, you know, he's got a good head on him and a good heart on him, and they're all like that. But yeah, I think what I was getting at is that, you know, they do grow up, but one thing that is hard is that if you've got young children now, you will know that you are just like, you're the magic to them. Everything's special, all of those childhood memories, they've all come from you, and you'll have spent years working out what your traditions are, and they might not look like my traditions, they might not look like somebody else's traditions, but honestly, trust me, they're the only traditions that your kid cares about. And it is such a special time in a mother's or father's caregiver's life, because it's just so special. And then as they get older, they they learn one day that you are the magic, and it isn't like all of the other stuff, which I'm not going to repeat in case you are possibly watching this with children. And it's hard to sort of let go of that, and I'm aware that I haven't got much longer left. And the magic will still stay the same. Like, my kids would be fuming if I stopped doing all the things that I do, and like, we're still going to have the activity advent calendar, we're still going to do themed breakfasts at certain times of the year, but that's what I really like about stuff like this, because it's just a little like opportunity to make something extra special, what, for the cost of a box of cereal, do you know what I mean? So that's why I really enjoy stuff like this, and that's why I do what I do. Every time I film these at the moment, I get so sentimental. Also, thank you so much for your advice on my last vlog, where I was just talking about that like weird reluctance around this time of year. I've been talking about it with a couple of friends of mine recently, and just having chats and stuff, and it really hit me that like it is normal, and I think sometimes that does come with age, and it does come with grief, and it does come with like just that cycle of life, and it does make me very, very grateful that I did get to the age of 36 before this happened to me, because that was a real gift. I'm fine, and I am like excited for things. I just still feel like a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to organise myself, which you'll see, and just try and take the pressure off, because I don't want to waste the next few months of excitement and magic and festivities on like feeling stressed and overwhelmed. But I got those. These are new. I got some American style original pancakes, which they're frozen. You get 12 in a pack for like £1.69 or something, which for 12 I thought was quite good. And you cook them in the toaster, so I need to get those in the freezer really, because they're going to melt soon. And then other bits I saw chocolate orange Rocky Road, which sounded quite nice. I've got boring things too, like wipes, lettuce, these eyeballs. So I have a skull. I actually have two. One's over there, one is still in the loft. But what I do is that I thoroughly clean him. He's plastic. Wash him, make him nice and clean and dry, and then I will put Parma ham all over it so it looks like it's flesh. And this is really gruesome, but my kids loved this last year. And then I found these chocolate eyeballs at Aldi last year, and I was praying that they did them again. But I put 2 eyeballs in each socket, and they did sit perfectly. And I do like a charcuterie board, shall we call it. Again, another thing that I just like to do. It's fun. It's fun for me, it's fun for them. So when I saw them again, I was like, get in. So I've got them ready to do that. What else we've got? We've got crispy chicken, we've got poppadoms. Oh, and the thing that I was really excited about, all the giant candles are back in stock. You know, the big hurricane candle? I don't know what they're called. They're huge. The huge normal Aldi ones, like they're this big, are back. $19.99. They had pomegranate, and they had like, I don't know what the other one's called, but they had like the traditional scents. And then a bit further down, they were white, and then they had black ones with gold lids, and they were like gingerbread or ginger nut or something, and then chocolate orange. But I smelled both of them, and I did not like the smells. Like, they were too like sweet and heady for me. Like, I don't really like, I love gourmand like perfumes, but I don't like gourmand candles that much. I don't really like food smelling candles that much. But I did find these ones, so they're not as big. They were $9.99. But this one had the best scent throw, and I personally really love this scent. So it's pine, eucalyptus and cedar. They did have an orange, cinnamon and clove. But this, to me, if you like those piney scent, it just smells like Christmas to me personally. And I was really pleased with that. That had the best scent throw. I almost got the orange and cinnamon, because I love a cinnamon candle, but just wasn't as strong. So I thought I'd pick that up, because understandably, these things, I think, oh, I'll get that nearer the time. They're not a special buy anymore. So chewed your ear off. I'm gonna put this away, and then we will start filming the brand work first, because I want to get that ticked off my list. Can't really show you what it is for, because I don't think I'd be allowed if it's a new release, but I can show you bits of what I'm doing.
the bricks. Doesn't matter, weak or strong.
Okay, so I've been putting everything away. I put some chicken on to cook because I need that for the recipe that I'm filming for a brand. Finally got washing on, and I've realised I've not eaten anything yet. So I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. So I'm making myself like a little quesadilla. It's just cheddar and mozzarella, tomatoes and jalapenos. Is dead boring, but I'm gonna eat that, and then we're gonna get cracking, I think. This is what it looks like. I just really fancied something spicy. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit though. Okay, so it's all made nice and melty. There's tomatoes, jalapenos, cheese, and then I've got this little mandarin fruit cup thing. It just sounded really good, and it's really cold out of the fridge, so I'm gonna have that, and then we're gonna crack on. I'm gonna listen to some Am I the Asshole confessions, like, you know, the 2 hot takes. I really like them, and I'm gonna eat this really quickly and then we shall get going. I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for new snacks. Okay, so welcome to behind the scenes of filming some brand work. I changed my top just because I felt like this looked a bit cleaner and more put together for the kind of work that I'm doing, and I wanted something where I had like tighter sleeves because a baggy jumper isn't always great for food prep. But I'm just gonna wash my hands and then get started on making the chicken Caesar wrap that the kids are gonna have tomorrow. Sorry, that was probably really noisy, wasn't it? Content creation is such a funny thing because I could be filming for hours throughout a day, and then by the time you guys come to see it, it would be like condensed down into like 20 minutes. Or like with stuff like this, it's making a packed lunch, but it goes from being something really mundane that I do day in, day out to something that I get really anxious and stressed about, because the problem is with some of this stuff, you pretty much only get one chance to film it and film it right, unless you like are comfortable wasting food and time and stuff like that, which I'm just not. With a lot of the content I create, especially if it's food related, it has to be something that is going to be eaten and used and work for that day. So it can be really hard sometimes because I don't want to film stuff that isn't going to be like utilised or eaten and stuff. So I'm going to get cracking now. I feel like once this is done, I think my mood is going to go from like here up again, just because I get so like nervous. I just want to do a good job. But anyway, onto the chicken Caesar wrap. Okay, I thought I would share this bit, so if you ever want to make this for lunch or something, then you can do. But you got a wrap, and then Caesar dressing, whichever is your favourite, and we're going to put that all over. So this is my demo wrap because I'm making 2 because Bill and Daisy are having packed lunches, so I make the first one until I'm like happy with it, and then I can make the second one afterwards. So then we're going to add some little gem lettuce, some chicken. You don't want it to come out too wide because obviously when you wrap it you want to tuck the ends in. So we've got like crispy chicken, which I've cooked and cooled down. A couple of croutons for crunch. These will soften slightly just with the moisture of the wrap, which makes them easier to eat. And then a big pile of parmesan. Doesn't that look yummy? I think so anyway. And then we're going to do the wrap technique. So I always fold over this bit first and I really tuck it in, and then cut it in half, and that is your little wrap cross section. It'll look really nice. And this is how I practice putting it together. So you've got the wrap, satsuma crisps, chicken, sweet chili chicken, skewers, there's a little cheese chunk under there, tomatoes, crisps, and sweet snacks and stuff. And I think I might do some jellies because I think that'll be a nice little finishing touch because it is Friday tomorrow. Bitch, you say shit and the kid saying nothing. I've come in here to edit now because I think I've tormented my husband enough. Mark's making his lunch, and I'm like, I don't know, really high energy today. Where's my parrot? 1 second, I need to go and find my parrot. Bitches ain't shit and they can't ain't nothing. He was here all along. So I'm assuming if you watch me you have children, because I don't know if I, well, I mean, I don't think I'm interesting anyway, but I feel like I guess I'd be a bit boring otherwise. Anyway, you will know at this time of year that it's so intense. I mean, school anyway, I find to be quite intense, but this time of year is just especially so, because you go back and you've got to adjust your kids into a new routine. You start picking up clubs again, but because your kids are a year older, they're probably not the same time as they were the year before because they're in a different set or whatever. And then once you've started to adjust, it's like you get whispers of, this is Halloween, and then all I want for Christmas, or actually, baby you're a firework. It's all like, there's just so much. And as I mentioned before, obviously as parents, our natural instinct is to like want to make it as magical as possible, and then on top of that, it's like parents' evening, it's school showcases, it's Halloween disco, it's like, oh, this is when the Christmas plays are, this is when the guitar Christmas play is, this is when like you need to hand this money in, here's a spider notification, here's another spider notification, here's a trumpet for your daughter to keep for 10 weeks, true story. And it all really adds up. And actually next week we have 2 days based on like what they're studying. I'm not complaining, by the way, because this is, as hard as it is, it's such a sense of privilege that our children have all of this. Like if our problem as parents is to like have to deal with spider notifications and stuff like that, there's a very, very minor problem to have, but obviously that doesn't take away from the fact that it's a lot sometimes. But Stan is studying pirates, so we've done the classic teabagging, as in like teabagging a piece of card and then burning the edges and making it into a mat. We've done that as homework and stuff like that. And then Pirate Day is Monday, so they're encouraged to dress up, which is obviously fun. And then Daisy is studying ancient Greece, so we've been doing mythology. We did a little Canva presentation for her homework, that kind of vibe. She's been inventing her own mythical creature, and then she's dressing up as Daisy, quite likely a Greek goddess. So I got her outfit a couple of weeks ago because the notification came up, but then the pirate one just totally slipped my mind. And then Stan was like, oh, when I dressed up as a pirate, can I have a mustache? And I was like, when are we dressing up as a pirate again? And I went on the spider and I was like, anyway, Amazon's come to the rescue. The only downside, I will say, and I think sometimes it's to do with space and time and all of that, if you have multiple kids, and I do save some of the costumes, I have since, but because Bill and Stan have got such a big age gap, I wish sometimes that I'd have known that A, I was going to have a baby boy, another baby boy, and B, that I'd had like the hindsight to think ahead. But we got rid of a lot of our fancy dress. I say got rid, it all got donated to a local charity shop. But when we did, you know, the house extension and all of that, I took loads of it because we didn't have the space to keep everything, because everything was getting rearranged or knocked down or this, that and the other, and it was literally just before it started. And then obviously COVID happened. You don't think, oh, I must save that pirate costume. So anyway, we have this one. It was $11.99, and I think what I'll do with this one this time round is like I'll probably just see if anyone at school would like it. You know, like, or sometimes I do feel like school maybe could offer to sort of keep them all and then just re-hand them out. I will say there is something sticky on this, which is gross, but hopefully it's okay. It's on the costume. That's not great, is it? I might have to email Amazon about that. I can probably wash it, but it's a bit gross. It smells like lavender and rosemary. Anyway, I was just chuckling to Mark about is that when Stan was younger, he was really didn't like dressing up. I think it's because he was quite shy. He's definitely come out of his skin more. Out of his shell, not his skin. That would be weird. He's definitely come out of his shell more as he's gotten older, but he just really didn't like the art of dressing up because it gave, you know, like when you look different than normal, I think it's like the attention of it. He was like, I'd rather just like disappear, and we had to keep saying, well, everybody else is going to be dressing up, so actually if you didn't, you would probably get more attention for not dressing up. So he's always done stuff, but it's always been very much on his terms and very like chill. Whereas now we've done a complete 180 and we're a different child altogether, because he was like, yeah, when I'm a pirate, can you get me a moustache? I want a moustache. He's so funny. This set was like £2, and we've got the Smarty, the Rogue, the Scoundrel, the Casanova, the Party Boy, and the Bandit. I think the last one is. It's covered up, but I cannot wait to see what he's chosen for that. And then just to make him laugh, and when I was checking out, it recommended this parrot for £2 as well, so I had to get that. It's going to come back like popped. And it probably loads of tales of like boys hitting each other over the head with it, but like that's just pirate life, do you know what I mean? There you go, he's cute, isn't he? I reckon I'll probably trash my makeup and gauze all over me. But I'm glad that's come, because I've not dropped a ball. But now we are going to do some editing. I'm just going to sit in here for a bit, and then like Mark can finish doing his lunch and I can concentrate, because when I see him I get distracted. So we're going to have a brief editing interlude. So that's reel number 1 done. And then, I don't know if you remember these, by the way, I used to collect them as a kid from Kinder Eggs, but I've just done this as well. A little story for this amazing little wax melt burner. You'll see it in a second. It's like a ghost. The Northumberland Candle Company sent it to me, and I thought like I'd do something nice like this. So yeah, that is the next thing done. And you could also use sausage meat as well, but I just use sausages because generally they're a bit more readily. And that is my last one done. So this is a recipe for a sausage and leek lasagna, and yeah, I feel really satisfied that that's all edited now. So I'm just going to try and give the house a quick clean downstairs, and then it should be time to get the kids. So I'm going to quickly turn Zelda on, because I get her, she basically goes on every day, if not more, and I do like mainly the hard floor. She comes in here too, but then like once or twice a week I would do like a deep hoover with our normal hoover, if you like. So I'm just going to make sure she does the kitchen and the utility room and the hall, and then I'm going to come in here with the hoover afterwards if I've got enough time. But I need my polish and my cloths and all that jazz first. You can hear her going now. Also, I've put Stan's little costume in the wash, because it smells like lavender or something, and I think it's a bit like sticky, so he's not going to like that. Oh, she's so noisy. But I'm in here because I've got laundry in the dryer. I've got laundry folded that if I've got time I might try and run upstairs, but I've got recycling to take out, and I need to do the surfaces as quick as I can. So I'm probably going to start in the kitchen.
One day, like a tidal wave, a hurricane, like a thunderstorm, the pouring rain, it comes rolling in, and right away, oh, it hits you like a ton of lead. Oh yeah, it'll mess with your head. You won't know where to begin.
Nearly time to go. I'm trying to be really quick.
You lost your head, can't clear your mind.
Okay, I've just paused Zelda for a second, and I'm perfectly on time because my alarm's just gone off. But that is everything done for today. I just need to grab the kids a snack for on the way home from school because otherwise they'll be hungry. And I need to leave these out. So Daisy's baking bread tomorrow. And I always leave everything like where we put the bags out in the morning so we don't forget it. She needed a named, what is this, rolling pin, an apron and a little Tupperware because she's making a bread roll. So they're going to go over there and I will try and make a mental note to put a little reminder in our little like the class WhatsApp groups. I firmly believe that it takes a village, so if I remember something I always just feel like I'll put it in there just in case. And Daisy's class in particular is such a nice class, the parents are so lovely. But yeah, let me grab a snack and then we'll call this a day. Okay, I'm going to take a bag of popcorn each and now I'm going to press play on my robot hoover, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you soon.
You can't keep